Shalom. Welcome back. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, praises, and honors to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to you, Akim, pushing his word in sincerity and in truth. Back with another lesson. Today, I'm just going to reply to a comment that was left under one of my videos. I recently did a video dealing with a fight that broke out in Atlanta between IUIC and ISUPK. And you can see the name of the video on the screen. And I guess a couple people had a problem with it. And I'm, guessing that one of these people or both of these people are in either one of these camps. But what keeps coming up or what they tend to say is right here, a person by the name of Itara Yahawada said, "Don't y'all groom 12-year-old girls for marriage." All right. Because I made a video dealing with IUIC and ISUPK, and they are carnal men. I'm going to just straight out come and say it, man. When you look up Nathaniel 7 or Bishop Nate, as he goes by today, the way he comes off, the way he presents himself is in a very superficial, look at me, give me the glory type of way, man. I remember once he was talking about GMS and called us bummelites because of our garments, man. Not understanding that the scriptures talk about prophesying in sackcloth. So it's not about the fancy gay clothing as the scriptures say, but this is what particularly IUIC pushes. All right. And Captain Tazariak is very carnal, man. You just listen to his speech and the things he talks about and how he comes across. And if you don't see it, you don't see it. Hey, that's on you. But anyway, addressing this comment, "Don't y'all groom 12-year-old girls for marriage," is funny, man. You see what happened to Brother Polite, who actually is about to go to prison for doing this in this society. But let's get it clear. According to the Bible and according to the scriptures, a 12-year-old girl can be ready for what? Marriageable age. And I'm going to go into it very briefly. It's been covered to death. But our people, a lot of our people that call themselves Israelites are very emotional. And a lot of you emotional Israelites that lack understanding will be destroyed in these last days. Knowing that you're an Israelite, you're still going to be destroyed. All right? Because you're not in the spirit and you're still in the spirit of this world, man. You're still in the spirit of this world. Right? So let's go into the scriptures and prove what we're talking about. We're going to start with the scripture in 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and 36. It says, "But if any man think that he behaveth himself uncomely toward his virgin," and when you go into that word virgin, especially when you go into the Hebrew, you look up virgin in the Old Testament, and it strictly means basically a young woman, right? A young woman. That's all it means. Okay. It says if she pass the flower of her age. So what does that mean, man? That means if she starts to menstruate, if she starts to get her period, then you can deal with her. It says in need, so require. Let him do what he will. He sinneth not, let them marry. And according to the Bible, sex is marriage. Period. So guys get offended, worked up, because this is what the Bible talks about. This is what the Bible teaches. This is ancient customs. At no time have we or anyone at GMS told you to go out and deal with 12-year-old, 13-year-old, 14-year-old, none of that, because we live in this modern day society. But according to the Bible, right? According to the customs, according to the heritage of the Israelites, this was something that was done in the ancient world. That's why it's taught. Okay. That's why it's broken down. So you can have the understanding and see how this modern world is different from the ancient world. And quite frankly, a lot of you Israelites today, you're going to take that chip. You're going to take that mark, right? Just like, hey, Nate told you to get that zombie juice. You went and got that. Hey, a lot of these camps, these carnal camps, is setting you up for the okie doke. And it's all going to play out, period. So after this, to prove the flowers of her age, we're going to go into the book of Leviticus and read a little bit in the law. This is Leviticus chapter 15, verse 19. And if a woman have an issue and her issue in her flesh be blood, she shall be put apart 7 days, and whosoever toucheth her shall be unclean unto the even. Right? So in the ancient world, when a woman was on her period, she was separated because she is considered unclean. It says, and everything that she toucheth, that she lieth, and everything that she lieth upon in her separation shall be unclean. Everything also that she sitteth upon shall be unclean. And whosoever toucheth her bed shall wash his clothes, bathe himself in water, and be unclean until even. Right? And whosoever toucheth anything that she sat upon shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until even. And if it be on her bed, right? I'm thinking let me keep going because I'm going to jump down. It says, if it be on her bed or anything whereupon she sitteth, when he toucheth it, she shall be unclean. Right? I just had it. Salakia. But it's going into being unclean. And if you jump down to the 33rd verse, it says, and of her that is sick of her flowers, and of him that have an issue of the man, and of the woman, and of him that lieth with her, that is unclean. So flowers is synonymous with having your period. All right. Let me see if I can find another one. Bear with me. It was all the way at the end. This was it. And if any man lie with her, and her flowers be upon him, meaning you go into this woman, Salakia, and she's on her period. Hey, apart from touching things that she's been on, you're unclean, right? Because you laid with her while she had her flowers upon her, right? Going back to that first scripture I brought out, dealing with if she passed the flower of her age, meaning she starts to menstruate, she starts to have a period. That's basic, man. This is basic knowledge. And if you go to just a Google, when do females start menstruating? Periods usually begin around the age of 12. You see that? For this scoffer, don't y'all groom 12-year-old girls for marriage? The Bible talks about a woman being of a marriageable age, right? She passed her flowers. She can marry. The scriptures teach that, dum-dum. But you're emotional. You're stuck in the way this current system looks at things. So guess what, man? You get easily offended. All right? You get easily offended. Let's keep going. Let's get Jeremiah 6:16. It says, thus saith the Lord power, stand ye in the ways, and seek and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. Right? But they said, we will not walk therein, right? So you're not in your right mind. You know you're Israelite, but you're still not in your right mind. Like I said, GMS is not telling nobody to go out there and do these ancient customs. We're saying that these ancient customs were practiced, and technically by the law, there's nothing wrong with that. When the kingdom is set up, we're going back to these ancient customs. And you're going to have to get over it, man. Right? You're going to have to get over it. But a lot of you guys that know you're Israelites, you're going to have to die first, because you can't fix your mind to understand that the Lord has another way outside of this modern society. Okay? You're still stuck in this modern society. Let's keep going. Let's grab this in Romans 15:4. It says, "For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning," right? The law, the stories about, coming out of different captivities, how we overcame enemies. All those things were written aforetime for our learning. So when you go back to that video with Polite trying to catch the elders up, the apostles up in their speech, they were simply speaking the truth, man. All right. According to the law, when a woman is past the flowers of her age, which is going into menstruation, having a period, she is able to be married. That's according to the law. Okay. And the society is deemed wrong. We don't tell brothers to go against that in the society, but understand, according to the Bible, according to the laws of God, it's not going off. It says that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope. Let's grab one more. This is Romans chapter 10:1. It says, "Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to the Most High for Israel is that they might be saved. For I bear them record they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge." A lot of these guys, man, know that they're Israelites on these comment boards day in and day out, making your simpleton comments, your dumb comments. You have a zeal of knowledge, but guess what it's going to say? "For they, being ignorant of God's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness." So they're basically saying, the hell with what the Lord put in his word, the examples he put in his word. We don't agree with that. Captain Tazariak, John the Baptist wasn't a man of the Lord. Statements like that shows how simple, low level, bottom shelf these guys are. And the people that follow them, guess what? They're offended. But so the hell what? Grow the hell up. Start studying the scriptures. Get this knowledge and prove this knowledge for yourselves. Don't believe me because I'm just spouting something. Go into the scriptures, dig into the scriptures, and get the understanding. Maybe the Lord will sup with you. Let's read verse 3 again. "For they, being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of the Most High." So this is a perfect example of that. Don't y'all groom 12-year-old girls for marriage, And this is supposed to be a shot at GMS Great Millstone. And it's fine. We'll take all the shots. We'll take all the hit pieces, because we know at the end of the day, we're standing with the word of the Lord. What are you standing with? And just looking at this picture, man, it just makes you shake your head, man. There's a scripture, you go up to law for your brother. These are all Israelites on the screen, but guess who they wouldn't call? They wouldn't have got the police. They couldn't come to an agreement among them. It shows you that they're carnal. But anyway, that's the point. I want to give all glory, praises, and honors to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom the next time.